For the first topic, it is about environmental issues. I want to start by saying that Earth serves as a lifeline for us, and the environment plays the most important role in a healthy living and the existence of life on our planet. The environment is everything that is around us. It includes both living and non living things that adapt to their surroundings. It is nature's gift that helps nourish life on Earth. Industrial development is indeed very beneficial to us and makes our lives way easier, but it impacts not only our way of life but also the environment. The continued and rapid industrialization leads to severe pollution and overexploitation of natural resources, which causes long term damage to our environment. And just like what I stated a while ago, there were many impacts of the Industrial Revolution, but not all of them were positive, and most of their negative impacts affects the environment. Among the many impacts of it, we want to focus on waste pollution. But first, what is that? Waste pollution is actually one of the biggest social and environmental issues we have today all over the world. It is a term for man-made waste, which basically consists of plastic litters that is discarded in the environment. It is mostly a result of consumers' waste disposal in inappropriate places. All of us have a role to fulfill in tackling these issues, but in reality is that we as normal individuals or consumers are already bearing most of the burden of this issue. Most of us are already going green and prefer buying to eco-friendly companies which actually cost more. But no matter how educated we as consumers are, there will always be plastic polluters that keep throwing plastic in street, and the amount of the plastic produced is still the same. Aside from that, there's a limitation on what we can do. That's why companies should be responsible for the waste part of their products. They should step up and provide more sustainable choices to solve this problem. Since to solve this environmental issue, we need the involvement of not only consumers but also the corporations. To further explain what companies can do to help solve these environmental issues, here is Ms. Corpus to discuss the things that companies can do.
Thank you, Ms. Cordova. If your business isn't part of the solution, it's part of the problem. It sounds harsh, but it's true. Fortunately, there are several ways to equip your business for sustainability success. Reproduce less waste and get better at handling the waste you do generate. Even better, the majority of the information we've compiled here doesn't necessitate a big financial investment. They focus more on a shift in perspective, eliminating complacency, training your staff, and creating an environment where recycling is simple and not difficult. So here are some ways to create less waste to your e-commerce business, grocery stores, and food and beverages business. If you're an e-commerce business, reducing waste is frequently easier said than done. We all know that e-commerce boomed in the year following March 2020. Of course, before mo isend yung product kay customer, kailangan protected ito, and usually ang ginagamit dito ay mga bubble wrap or polystyrene chips, then pack and send off usually in the cardboard packs. With all that packaging required, isn't it business wastage unavoidable? While the packaging is required, trash is not. You just need to handle it wisely, Instead of using polystyrene chips, paper, or plastic to package your products, think about shredding any documents you no longer need. Then use them as a packaging material. Another thing is, if you notice in the fruit and vegetable section in grocery stores, merong mga gulay and fruits that are usually placed in styrofoam and wrapped with cling wrap. Yes, maganda siya tignan, but it's bad for our environment, right? Kaya instead na gumamit ng cling wrap and styro, we can use woven mesh or net bags. Not just grocery stores and e-commerce businesses may contribute a reduction in waste. This is also possible in food and beverages businesses, especially now that iced coffee, milk tea, fruit tea, and other beverages are trendy. Meron na rin tayong mga grab food, food panda, mga, di ba, nag-order sa mga restaurants, take away, ganyan, sa mga fast food. A lot of customers are unaware of appropriate disposal. In order to address this, food business owners may use paper cups, paper straws, bamboo straws, reusable cups and containers, and yung mga paper containers, pwede rin yun. And beeswax wrapping, especially kung ito ay take-away foods or drinks. If you are not familiar with the beeswax wrapping, it is the cloth that has been wrapped in a pure beeswax and is an excellent alternative to plastic wrap and sandwich bags. Take along for packaging dry goods such as cheese, bread, tea bags, and other products. In addition to these financial advantages, waste prevention is the right thing to do. Preventing waste prevents pollution, making your neighborhood and the community a safer, healthier place to live. In the end, you will benefit, the environment benefits, the community benefits, and your company establishes itself as a good corporate citizen. Providing immeasurable, furthermore, if the waste you are eliminating or reducing is regulated under state or federal law, and your reductions are significant enough, you might be able to avoid costly permits and government approvals. For the next topic, we will
So to proceed with our next and last company, we have the Toyota. Toyota is dedicated to recycling in local communities, reducing waste, and protecting natural resources. Everything they are doing right now to improve material management contributes to a cleaner, healthier tomorrow. So first, that Toyota company does is maintaining the natural resources secured. Toyota uses more sustainable materials in an effort to protect the environment. Utilizing sustainable resources entails using them in the most advantageous way possible, with a focus on minimizing waste, hazardous chemical use, and environmental effects throughout the whole life cycle. Materials that are sustainable are ones that can be renewed, recycled, or recyclable, have a lower carbon footprint, and produce less waste than alternatives. Next is proper disposal of waste. Toyota used the 3 Rs to reduce the potential harm its operations may do to the environment: reuse, recycle, and reduce the amount of waste generated. By keeping materials in use, they reduce the demand for natural resources and prevent waste from ending up in landfills and incinerators. Their team members carry out initiatives every year that either identify innovative ways to reuse or recycle materials or reduce waste at the source. Every waste stream, no matter how minor, is considered by the team. Last year, they recycled more than 93% of their operational waste. And to further discuss our topic, we decided to focus on one company, which is the Zara. It will be discussed by Miss De La Cruz.
Thank you, Ms. Corazo. Now, the fashion industry represents an important part of our economy. While the fashion sector is booming, increasing attention has been brought to the impressive range of negative environmental impacts that the industry is responsible for. Mass production. The promotion of overproduction and mass consumption leads to environmental damage. For instance, Zara uses viscose in its production, a material made of wood pulp from sometimes endangered trees. It has been found that viscose production in countries like India has led to water contamination from untreated waste and air pollution. Zara's desire to churn out thousands of designs a year directly translate into excessive water usage, energy usage, air pollution, and more. Greenwashing. The aforementioned environmental and ethical practices shed doubt on the Zara's eco-friendly Join Life line, which is supposedly sustainable because of the fabrics it uses. It is great to see Zara making an effort, but tackling just one aspect of its multifaceted issues is not enough. One line that uses sustainable materials is not a band-aid solution that can cover up Zara's deep-rooted issues in numerous aspects of its business model. This type of greenwashing covers up other issues that are highly prevalent, and consumers need to understand that one eco-friendly line is not a proper solution. There is a lot more Zara can and should do to follow up on its various pledges and commitments. As one of the largest fashion retailers in the world, Zara has an opportunity to lead the way into a sustainable future. We believe that as a global leader in retail, Zara needs to be setting the standard for sustainability. However, Zara is making an effort to improve their sustainability efforts. Despite criticism that environmental initiatives cannot change the business model of a fast fashion company, Zara is making positive strides towards reducing waste. Here's Ms. Kalanglang to discuss more about it.
Thank you, Ms. Delacruz. I'm Sherben Kalanglang, and I will tackle the Sustainable Development Goals of Zara. According to Pablo Isla, Executive Chairman, everything connected with sustainability is a work in progress. Fashion sustainability is a growing priority for brands. Across the fashion industry, brands are increasingly broadcasting their effort to raise environmental standards. Brands are reacting to changing consumers' values, all while anticipating the possibility of tighter regulations. Consequently, the rise of social media and the internet has brought a new degree of transparency to retail, fueling demand for greater openness from brands and an environment where consumers are also activists. Furthermore, amid the rise in awareness of fashion's negative environmental and social impact, fast fashion retailer Zara is making some big changes. The Spanish retail giant announced its new sustainability initiatives. The initiatives, Zara announced they will be installing a sustainability committee on their board to monitor the company's effort to meet new sustainability targets. Additionally, they're linking executives' long-term bonuses to achieving sustainability goals. Certainly, this is a great sign this brand is willing to do whatever it takes to change and adopt better practices. The Zara's company's environmental targets over the next few years, year 2019, by the end of 2019, all Zara stores will meet the company's eco-efficient standards, reducing energy consumption by 20% and water consumption by 40%. 20% of garments quality for Zara's more sustainable brand, the Joints Life label. As a result, garments under this label have been made in a factory that meets the highest environmental and social standards using materials or processes that are better for the environment. Year of 2020, eliminate hazardous chemical from the supply chain, install containers to collect used garments in all stores, train all Zara's designers in circularity, no plant-based fiber source from Asian forests or forests at risk of extinction. Year 2023, all cellulosic fibers, example cotton, flax, hemp, jute, and rayon, used in Zara garments are sustainable. No single-use plastic and consumer packaging, and all packaging meets Zara's Green to Pack sustainability standard. Before 2015, all linen and cotton used in Zara garments are sustainable, all polyester recycled, no waste from Zara facilities is sent to landfills. 80% of the energy consumed by Zara facilities is renewable. Looking back to move forward, Pablo Isla, the brand executive chairman, said everything connected with sustainability is a work in progress. Our idea is progressively to work towards a very sustainable company. While Zara acknowledged that sustainability is a process and say it is working on more solutions, it seems their fast is a pretty good indicator of future. Um, it seems their past is a pretty good indicator of their future. For instance, this hardwired mentality of operating less wastefully has always been part of Zara's heritage. Dressmaker Amancio Ortega founded the company in 1975. He would took a bet that he could do better than other retailers buying his products. Therefore, from the beginning, he tightly controlled the supply chain. Ortega centralized decisions about design and distribution, closely monitored consumers' responses to products, and swiftly responded to cues on trends and changing tastes. Moreover, the efficient business model Ortega set up has helped ensure that Zara's future will be a successful and sustainable one because sustainability is not a buzzword for this brand. Most importantly, it's about remaining true to the company's founding principles, retaining the dedication to speed, efficiency, and a no-waste mentality. And this time, I'd like to have my collage speak, so me and my group mates will finish up by saying thank you for your attention.